Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to honor the 2021 senior class of both Anoka High School and your Coon Rapids Cardinals. These seniors will leave today by leaving a legacy of hard work, dedication, and passion for the game of hockey. Leadership is something that should never be taken for granted. Each of these seniors should be proud of what they've accomplished on and off the ice. Although we are sad to say goodbye, we know your best years are yet to come. At this time, let's meet the seniors from Anoka. At forward, captain number 3, Tanner Wanis. At forward, number 6, Corbin Manson. At forward, number 9, Cole Keller. At forward, captain number 14, Jack Novak. At forward, number 15, Carter Bowler. At defense, number 16, Michael Huck. At forward, captain number 29, Frank Guimau. At defense, number 22, Landon Thorson. At forward, number 29, Carter Olzenak. At goalie, captain number 30, Nate Simon. At defense, number 34, Carter West. And at forward, number 38, Ethan Erickson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Anoka Tornadoes class of 2021. Okay, fans, now let's meet your seniors from Coon Rapids. At defense, number 5, Jordan Lakowiak. At defense, number 7, Josh Aker. At forward, captain number 8, Andrew Racine. At forward, number 12, Derek Avery. At forward, number 13, Matt Ellenson. At forward, number 14, Joe Klinsing. At forward, number 16, Vinny Schnabel. At forward, number 18, Alex Billy. At defense, number 19, Garrett Brunette. At forward, captain number 20, Ethan Hansen. At defense, captain number 21, Dominic Espinosa. At forward, number 27, Cole Elfin. At goalie, number 30, Gavin O'Hanlon. At goalie, number 34, Aaron Yund. At forward, number 82, Duncan Ray. And our team manager, Amanda Crotty. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coon Rapids Cardinals class of 2021.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Coon Rapids Ice Center for CTN's live, very special presentation of high school-aged hockey. Coon Rapids and Anoka set to face off in what may be the final high school hockey contest for the class of 2021. Never got to a high school season. The season to be put on pause as of tomorrow. But fortunately, the two boards able to throw together this game for these two teams loaded with seniors. 15 seniors for Coon Rapids, 12 for Anoka, to get in one last game just on the chance that high school sports does not return before the end of a high school hockey season. I am Joe Yund. I'm joined by Chad Keller. We are both incredibly professional at this, but also both very interested hockey dads who will do our best to not cry as we talk about what unfolds here tonight. Chad, thanks for being with me.
Thank you for having me, Joe. I really appreciate what Coon Rapids has done here tonight, putting this together for these two teams and these seniors. Thank you.
And there is my senior, who will play the second half of tonight's contest. And again, it's a tough thing emotionally. It's a bad situation all around, and we wished it hadn't happened, but it is what happened. A long stretch pass for Nate Clark to get in, and a goal for the Cardinals in the opening minutes. A long deflected pass, cross ice off the boards. And Clark able to get behind the defense and find the 5-hole on goaltender Nate Simon and put Coon Rapids on the board. And I feel bad I didn't see who played it long off the boards, but a well-executed stretch. And Clark able to finish. Dylan Pack with the assist. Anoka back into the offensive zone trying to set up. A steal by Clark, flips it ahead, bounces over the stick of Harry Koval. Koval gives chase into the near corner as he's slowed by Carter Bowler. And the Tornadoes able to regain possession and come back out to center. Tanner Wanos into the middle and a chance. O'Hanlon with a toe save on the opportunity in close for Frank Guimont. Pressuring at the point is Harry Koval, able to force it out of the zone. He tips it ahead. Josh Aker steps up for the Cardinals. A shot kicked away by Simon. Coon Rapids, not much zone time, but a couple of opportunities in on Simon and one behind him. Shot by Billy is tipped wide by Erickson and recovered in the far corner by Jacob Reinholz. Pass deflects away from Erickson down to the Cardinal end where it's recovered by Josh Aker. Aker tripped up by the Phantom Menace that is known as the ice near the Zamboni door. Centering attempt broken up, but Tornadoes able to maintain possession. Pass to the middle broken up by Aker. And now puck pops up and out of play. And I don't know about you, Chad, but throughout the fall when we should have had a preseason, what we were able to get together was fun to watch the kids play, but heartbreaking throughout the household and the hockey community.
Yeah, absolutely. With the kids going to distance learning, my son, a senior on the Anoka team, looked forward to practice and games throughout this last 4 weeks. Obviously, with the high school season kind of in limbo, it was really the only thing he had to look forward to. But hopefully we can get this restarted or rebooted back up in December sometime and continue on.
Well, even to have an abbreviated season that starts after the first of the year. Another look at Nate Clark. Good reach to get around and slide it home. McGonigal plays it across out of the reach of Reinholz. I love that Anoka has their names on the back of the unis. It makes my job so much easier. Or should I not point out the cheats? Cheats are good, though. Reinholz cut off on the far side. Will come back near for Icarella. He's bumped off it near center ice by Andrew Racine. Blakowiak across to Espinoza. Dominic Espinoza tripped up near mid ice, but Cardinals able to dump it in deep. Recovered there by Michael McGonigal. Played behind and now right back around. Out of his reach. Icarella with a hit on Blakowiak, and Blakowiak a little slow to get up. And hopefully he's going to be okay. A little shaken. And the faceoff will be just outside the Coon Rapids blue line. Another look at it. As a tough turn for Blakowiak. Put him in a position where he went face first into the boards, and hopefully he's okay. Carter West behind the net for Anoka. His pass broken up by Clark, able to poke it free. Back it comes to Clark. Clark trying to play it out front. It bounces over to where Koval can get it. Clark now behind the net. He's pestered there by West. Plays it out front. Both Koval and Kamani pour in front trying to make something happen. Here's Cole Keller back the other way. Gets a step on Dylan Pack into the corner, bumped off along the end boards, and Austin Copeland swings it along the near side where it's hacked at. Kamani Poor can't get it out, and he's hit from behind and goes in hard to the boards. And this is going to bring our first penalty and some tempers flaring and pushes being made, and Poor finally collecting himself off the boards. Now Olzenak going to go for the first penalty of the game.
Yeah,
first one, Blakowiak turned, and this one you just can't make that hit. And we'll see. They're discussing whether this is going to end up being 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and there you see it. And
I was just going to say,
it could
Olzenak
easily be called 5, and they are going to call it a check from behind, so it's automatically going to mean a misconduct penalty. Do they do 2 and 10 or 5 in game? And that's does look like it'll be 2 and 10.
Yeah, that's definitely the right call, Joe. I think Carter there needed to pull up a little bit and see that the back of the jersey was facing him. I don't think it was malicious, but we still got to be in control.
Well, and he'll have plenty of time to think about it.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, one of my big hopes coming in is that, even in the games that we have played in this bridge season against teams that we normally get pretty feisty with, they've been much more civil in this bridge season, and I'm hoping for the same here tonight. Both kids on both sides want to see them giving 100% effort and obviously trying to do the best they can in what could be their final contest of the season, but also doing so knowing that it's all for fun in the end.
Absolutely, and we don't want any injuries if this season should resume here in December as the high school league.
Coon Rapids having trouble getting organized on the power play, and Dominic Espinoza able to force it away from Guimon, and now able to bring it up, drop it off for Derek Avery in the corner, trying to get it back to Espinoza. Espinoza with it behind the net. He's pressured, able to come away with it. Espinoza cross right through the black paint, but nobody home for the Cardinals. Blakowiak. And there's a shot by Racine. The shot by Espinoza up over a gaping cage. And the Cardinals will have to reset back out at center. Into the zone, Avery. A shot, pretty easy save right into the breadbasket of Nate Simon.
Anoka looks a little flat to me, Joe. They played Tuesday night, had a really good game, fast-paced with Cambridge Isani. Coming a little slow here from what I've seen the rest of the year. Hopefully they can get things picked up and settled in.
I don't know what to expect. Of what I've seen, Coon Rapids has seemed to get stronger later in the game when their conditioning allows. But I've seen some really good things. I've seen a lot more positives than negatives in what little I've seen. The systems play like that has been really good. A great chance for Kamani Poor, but a Nate Simon diving save keeps it a 1-goal game.
Good puck movement on Coon Rapids there.
Well, and that's what I talk about with system play. The guys are getting to the right spots. They know where their partners are, and that is something with this is a line of juniors right here, and a good thought. And the puck actually squirts out from behind Simon, but the whistle had blown. But just starting to recognize where I need to be, where my partners are, and how to work within their systems. And they've done that much better. And you see that, obviously, with teams that have played together for a number of years. 15 seniors for Coon Rapids have played together for 7 or more years in a lot of cases, continuously. And that was a great hold at the line and pass to allow him to come back in. Garrett Burnett with the dump for the Cardinals. Anoka regrouping, poked at by Harry Koval, trying to center. That's taken away.
Looks like we got 10 juniors on the ice. Complete line of juniors, defense and forwards for Anoka as well.
Well, you got a pair of senior defenders out there for the Cardinals. Garrett Junebug Burnett and Josh the Acorn Aker. And one extra move for Icarella before entering the zone, and that let Lang get in early. And we have an offside, 9:55 to play in the first period.
Number 4, Austin Lang, would be a player to watch for Anoka. Had a outstanding game on Tuesday night against Cambridge with the 4-goal game. Came in probably as the top scorer for Anoka, even coming out of last year. He's a junior, so we'll have him back next year. His dad is a graduate of Coon Rapids hockey. So some good players coming out of both schools.
Keller moves it ahead. A nice side step by Novak to get him some space through center. Can't get past Copeland. The puck still in Anoka possession, bouncing around in a dangerous spot. Flipped up and out by Ellenson and turned back quickly by Thorson. Pack is bumped behind the net. A turnover. Keller plays it out front. The shot by Thorson is saved. And O'Hanlon will hold on for the faceoff.
Another fun thing to note, Jack Novak, Epiphany student up through high school, so lives in the Coon Rapids area. Friends with a lot of the players on the Coon Rapids team. Played baseball with most of them through Little League, and then as he transferred over to high school, moved over to Anoka.
Quick shot off the faceoff was turned away by O'Hanlon. Cardinals able to regain control, trying to break out near side, able to force it out to center. Thorson will send it back the other direction. Blakowiak at the top of his own circles. Cross ice for Derek Avery. Back to Blakowiak, high off the glass into the zone. Thorson able to stop the puck up and move it back the other direction. Wanos takes it wide on the left wing, trying to play it back through center. Cardinals able to do the stick check properly. And now Blakowiak will send it back where Espinoza will have a little room to breathe. Ahead for Nick Espinoza. His deflection not out of the zone, but able to follow it up and force it out with his body. Two pairs of brothers on the ice, I believe, tonight. We have both. Oh, we only have the one pair of brothers. I thought that the Cleansings might both be on. Unfortunately, Nate is not. Nate's a sophomore. Nick Espinoza is a sophomore. So they both have senior brothers, and of course with the age difference, this would have been the first time a chance for them to play together as sophomores and seniors, and it's something that may not happen. Very
right.
Unfortunate for both of those families that have maybe seen the kids play together 1 year throughout high school and had an opportunity to see it here at the end, and it just may not come true. Trying to limit the emotional anecdotes, but
I found that if I just don't talk, it's easier.
There are a lot of emotional stories. Obviously, you know, by the time your kid's in hockey this long, you have so many friends and memories surrounding the rink, and you knew that it would come to an end, and that come early February, you'd be crying and watching them play their last game.
Right.
Certainly,
Unexpected.
November is not the way it was supposed to end.
Yep.
Tornadoes win the faceoff. Shot by Burns goes wide. Collected off the boards by Clark and flipped out to center where Burns intercepts and comes back in offside. The Tornadoes have to touch up. Aker able to spring through the neutral zone, duck a check, and play it in deep behind the net where Koval is pestering Bowler. Kept in at the line by Clark and kicked to the corner by Simon. In the corner is Koval. Looks out front, trying to feed. That was broken up, poked away from Aker, and a 2-on-1 coming up for the Tornadoes. Played across. In close, a big save for O'Hanlon. Point blank on Matt Icarella.
Great save on the 2-on-1. executed pretty well by Anoka, and Coon Rapids goalie comes up big.
Andrew Racine races into the zone. A shot high blocker saved by Simon, up out of play. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is rebound control. You learn the finer points of the goaltending position when you become a goalie dad. And anytime you can punch it out of the rink, that means the rebound is not coming back at you.
Yeah, it's unplayable.
We will take that every single time. Played through center behind Keller. Keller will pressure Dylan Pack behind the net. Pack able to spin away, send it ahead, but out of the reach of Avery. It went off McGonigal all the way back down, so no icing. McGonigal pokes it around behind to Reinholz.
Fun fact about McGonigal, he's an Andover kid, moved into the Anoka district when he was about a squirt. Happy to have him. He's natural forward, but playing defense for us tonight because of the senior load.
Well, and a definite Coon Rapids connection. His father is former Coon Rapids High School principal Jeff McGonigal.
Absolutely.
A chance for him right there, and he buries it. Top shelf. We talk about him. He gets set up with a perfect one-timer in the high slot, and he absolutely sniped it bar down.
Like I said, a welcome addition to the Anoka hockey program.
Keller with the assist. Beautiful setup, Dad. And Anoka right back on the attack. Little backhand from Wanos. Not much of a problem for O'Hanlon. Played back out to Thorson at the point. Across here to West. Down low, and it'll come back, but broken up by Matt Ellenson. Chips it off the board and out. Cardinals give chase. Tornadoes play it back out to center. Wanos into the zone. Cutting to the middle. Will take this shot. Kick to the corner by O'Hanlon. Feel I should give him props. That was great rebound control right there as well.
Absolutely.
I just hope I can be as praiseful once the other goaltender comes in.
Well, I figured I'd save my voice for when your son comes in. There might be a little dead air there, so.
Especially at the end, but we shall see. I did get an opportunity to call a couple of games that he played in last year. Unfortunately, they didn't end well, but when he gets the call to go in against Centennial already down 5-0 like halfway through the first period, that's not going to be a good night for your goaltender.
No, that's
and I give him a ton of credit for continuing to try.
I give you a ton of credit for being a goalie, Dad. I don't know if I could do it.
It's trust me, I did everything I could to talk him out of it.
Well, they're unique individuals for one.
Well, and he definitely fits that description. Chipped out of the zone by Cody Novak and able to run right through a body check from Bowler. Tornado's able to get it going the other way quickly. Lang down the right side, going to his backhand, poke check, and the puck's still loose, but O'Hanlon able to scissor the legs shut and cover the puck.
That's a key to the game for Anoka, is to get number 4 moving. If he gets going, it's definitely a plus for Anoka. That's the way their games usually go, is how that line is moving.
Paddle down. Aggressive, active stick for O'Hanlon. Took full control of it. And really nothing that Lang could do other than to gain the knowledge not to get that close to the goaltender again. Knocked down at center ice. Keller trying to turn it around, had it taken away by Poor. And now Keller will dump it in deep. O'Hanlon can't stop it up. Copeland chips it up the board. Only Anoka Tornadoes there. Phelps will play it back in and around. Dylan Pack in the corner. Steps away from a check. Puck still loose. Swept in the corner by Novak. He'll gain possession at the midboard. Try to cut to the middle on his backhand. And it's played back into the corner where Koval will bounce it out to center ice. Poor trying to get behind the defense and almost able to do so. Puck loose at center ice, picked up by Novak, able to dance his way back into the offensive zone, leave it off for Bowler. Bowler gets to his forehand and shoots. That hits traffic. The goaltender knocked over, and that will lead to the second Anoka penalty of the contest.
I hear you have all your nicknames for your players. Jack Novak, number 14 for Anoka. Crazy Legs, we used to call him as a mite, and threw squirts. And as he got older, it kind of lost its lure, but he still does have that great stick handling ability and speed.
McGonigal gets the goal, now gets the penalty for goalie interference. Tornadoes being, well, it's definitely not McGonigal because there he is with the puck. So I'm not sure who's in the box.
Looks like maybe 18, not 8, which would be Wyatt Maloney, I believe.
Let's go with that, because McGonigal's on the ice.
Absolutely.
As impressive as a player as I'm sure he is, he can't be in two places at one time. He does get the job done here and play it all the way down. O'Hanlon will sweep it behind for Espinoza. And now swung around the near boards where it's collected by Avery. Bounces off his stick, pressured, plays it across for Espinoza. And now Andrew Racine through center. Drops it off. Hansen trying to go across. Good stick by McGonigal in the passing lane. Played back down deep. Racine will try to receive. Poked away from him by Juanes. And down into the corner, Avery. Pass in the skates of Espinoza. Espinoza behind. Broken up by McGonigal. Pressure in the corner. Cardinals bring numbers. Hansen able to gain control. Walk out. Looking. Down low. Avery looks. Top of the circle. Tries to shoot through traffic. Blocked by McGonigal. Flips it to Juanes. Back across for McGonigal. Trying to work a shorthanded 2-on-1. Cuts across. Shot goes wide. Hansen will bring it up for Avery as we're under a minute to play here in the first period. Coon Rapids without a shot on goal in this power play. Just 15 seconds remain as Blakowiak collects behind. He's pressured, fires it around. Nate Clark will leave it there. Espinoza recovers. He's pressured into the zone. Backhanded shot turned away easily by Simon. Penalty is over. 30 seconds left in the first period. Tied 1-1. Cardinals trying to pressure. West able to get it ahead for Lang. Cross ice, and here's a break the other way. Lost the puck and fired wide. Matt Icarella, golden opportunity. A backhand chance in close for Lang was turned away. Cardinals happy to just clamp it to the boards and let the final seconds tick off. Coon Rapids strikes early. Anoka answers. And we go to the first intermission with a 1-1 tie. We'll take a break and be back with more CTN special coverage of high school age hockey after this.
Welcome to Inside Access, your ticket behind the scenes of Coon Rapids sports. Studio and Howie, it feels great to be back behind the desk.
I can't think of too many things better in life. How about you?
I can think of one, because it's an all-out sprint to the finish.
Okay. Kind of like your life.
They host Elk River on Tuesday. And Howie,
We'll be there. There you go. It's contagious.
it's all your fault.
Yeah, of course it is.
Sports Night, I'm Joe Young.
I'm Joe Young as well. And I'm not so sure how good we'll look on HD, but you know.
I appreciate the effort.
I try.
I do.
Coon Rapids get off to a very fast start. Nathan Clark finding the 5-hole in the opening minute to put Coon Rapids on the board. Anoka did answer a little more than midway through, and we have a 1-1 score. Both teams some good opportunities, but both goalies able to stay strong outside of the one. And here's the great setup from Keller. Oh, that's not the goal, that's the save. And then Keller with the great setup on the backhand right here. Just put it on a tee for Matt McGonigal, and he put it just inside the upper left-hand corner. No chance for O'Hanlon, and we're tied at 1 to start the second period. And O'Hanlon and McGonigal actually played together as squirts in Andover.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Michael came over, I believe, first year or second year squirt to Anoka, and he's been there ever since. His parents moved from a house in Andover over to a house in Anoka. Actually, I believe they're in Ramsey. As you mentioned, his father worked for the district, retired last year, Jeff McGonigal, and his mom is currently the principal at Anoka Middle School for the Arts.
Gavin O'Hanlon played Coon Rapids hockey as a mite and then moved to Andover through most of traveling hockey before returning to Coon Rapids High School as a junior last year. Coon Rapids trying to get in on the attack to start the second period. Anoka's done a great job on the regroups and breakouts, not giving Coon Rapids a lot of offensive possession time. Most of the Cardinals' opportunities have come via the rush. Racine, long pass off the boards, tipped by Thorson, so no icing as Hansen collects behind the net, trying to center, goes off the side of the net. West pressured by Avery behind, able to steal the puck away, walk out front, a shot, a goal for Kumani Poor. That's all the hard work of Derek Avery, and a good position for Kumani Poor, and exactly the same amount of time it took to score in the first, they take in the second. 48 seconds into the first, it was Nate Clark, and now 48 seconds into the second, it's Kumani Poor. Just a great job by Derek Avery down low, getting the steal and putting it where Poor could put it home. Wanos pressured by Koval. Puck left off and recovered by Poor. Clark, a shot turned away by Simon to the corner. Poor back into the corner, broken up by Wanos. And out come the Tornadoes. Guimau able to force it in deep. Poor recovers for the Cardinals, turns away from Wanos. Able to just get it out. And then we had a helmet come off behind the play, and that's what drew the whistle, as Nate Clark had just stolen the puck just outside the blue line, but the whistle stops for the helmet.
As we celebrate our seniors tonight, Joe, number 21 for Anoka, Frank Guimau is one of 9 Guimaus to come through Anoka High School. He is the last of 9. So as mom and dad sit and watch their last senior, at one point they had 4 kids playing hockey at the same time in Anoka.
I look at all of the friends I have that have multiple children and multiple teams at multiple rinks all at the same time. I just marvel at their ability to keep it all straight. And when you talk about 9, my goodness, that pass just out of the reach of Harry Koval. Back out to Clark, a shot saved by Simon, swept to the boards. Big windup for Copeland goes wide. Icarella collects off the boards. Too much to try and spring Lang behind the defense. That'll be icing.
Fortunately enough, their kids were far enough apart that they had some drivers that could take the younger players to and from practice while mom and dad tried to work, I guess.
Somebody's got to have some free time to get kids to the rink.
Absolutely.
Alex Billy in the corner. Short angle shot, scooped up by Simon. Alex, too tall Billy. I'm just making up some of these as I go. But Alex has been, I remember when he got taller than me, which was early on, and
as a peewee,
I mentioned something about it, and somebody said, well, it's not that hard to be taller than you. I said, yeah, but he's only 11. And I remember coaching with his dad, Scott, as squirts, and we went out on the ice before a game, and the other coaches were walking up behind us and went, oh, my goodness. Said something about just how tall he was. I said, yeah, well, that happened to be a game. He did suit up but did not play. He was not feeling well. The coaches breathed a sigh of relief, even though we could not technically check at that level. But, yeah, you don't see the kids at 5'10" when they're 11 years old. Cole Alphin also on the ice is another big, tall guy for the Cardinals, 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in that neighborhood. We also have a lot of guys at the other end of the spectrum, like my son at 5'7", 5'8". It's the way it happens.
Right.
Look at the battle just at the blue line. It ended up being whistled on and offside, and Aker able to keep it outside of the zone. Phelps pass across, did not connect. Back behind is Blakowiak, swept at and missed it. Trying to recollect, played to the far boards. Shot deflected up and over off the stick of Blakowiak. Espinoza's pass just too far in front of Cody Novak. Turned around at the blue line by Blakowiak, and he will do so again off the glass, and now sweeps it in deep. Nick Espinoza chasing near side, pressure coming on both sides as Derek Avery was behind the net again. Another stretch pass attempt, this one just out of the reach of Guimont, and all the way down for an icing. Yeah, you talk about all the, the Guimont and some of the other names, Reinhold, Swanos. I've seen these numbers for years going through the Anoka program, and the last of 9. And again, as we talked about earlier, the unceremonious end for the 2021 seniors. We're hoping it's not an end, don't get me wrong. But if this should be the end, very, very sad, especially when you talk about 9 kids to get to this point. This junior line for the Cardinals has been quite effective at getting in deep and actually getting some possession. Both goal scorers are juniors. Burns plays it out front. Maloney slowed and had it taken away by Clark on the back check. Koval can't poke it out. Comes free to Copeland. He plays it off the board. Clark can't get it out. Shot turned away by O'Hanlon. Recovered in the corner by Burns. Pressured by Pack. Leaves it there for Icarella. He's pinched off by Kumani Poor. Played behind, and there the Tornadoes able to take over. Clear again, not out. Phelps' shot hit traffic. That's played off the boards. Trying to get to it is Clark. It's going to come right in on Simon, and he sweeps it away. Clark, another steal. Pass skipped away from Koval. Koval able to poke it back. And a shot and goal from a horrible angle for Nate Clark, but he has his second of the game, and the Cardinals have a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, the shot actually looked like it surprised Nate a little bit. He was in position, but it looked like it went 5-hole.
Yeah, quite possible he was not expecting it. There's the hit along the boards. Cardinals calling for a penalty, but yeah, just turn and get it on net. Good things happen, and Simon a little late getting to the post load and left that 5-hole open. Aker through center, pressured by Keller, able to get it into the zone. Avery flips it right back to him, backhand out front, tied up was Hansen. Tornadoes flip it off the glass and out. Olsenak able to maintain the pressure off the check. In close shot turned away by O'Hanlon. Avery blows a tire. Tornadoes able to recover, and Avery very slow to get up. Stick came all the way out to center, and he is still on his knees as the play has stopped.
Yeah, you mentioned Reinholtz earlier. His uncle, a product of Anoka hockey, now currently the head coach of the high school team. His dad, the assistant coach, and Jacob a junior this year, so he's got another year to look forward to. His father played at Anoka. His uncle went on to play for the Gophers and win 2 national championships. That would be his uncle, Jared Reinholtz.
Another look at it, just lost an edge and went awkwardly into the boards, and hopefully Derek's going to be okay. Tornadoes played out to center, and it's played right back in by Espinoza. Right back out and right back in by Ethan Hansen. Thorson will recover behind his own net, and we are going to get a penalty. Or is it just put? No, it's just played with a high stick.
I missed it. Landon Thorson, number 22 on defense out there, another senior that's played with a group of about 6 or 7 kids, like you said, from Mites.
Oh, played out front, bounces away from Cole Alphin, and back the other way comes Icarella. Icarella's been a bit of a spark plug for this team. Thorson's shot misses wide near side. Tie up behind, kicked along by Espinoza. Billy ties up in the corner with a Tornado player. Wanos trying to dump it back. Billy there to steal. Pass is kicked ahead to himself by Cole Elfin. He'll give chase as Thorson recovers and heads behind. Leaves it back for Guimont. Poked away by Billy. Back to help out and support is Elena. 3 white jerseys there. They get the numbers and they are able to come away with the puck. Forcing it up the boards doesn't work. The shot by Alphin is blocked. They'll try the other side. Guimont out to center. Tipped away by Blakowiak. West recovers for the Tornadoes. Guimont sidesteps a check from Alphin, trying to get away from Espinoza, and finally will dump it in deep. Blakowiak chalks it off the back of the end boards, and Espinoza will skate through center. Dominic Espinoza straight in and pushes
move.
Simon damn near all the way to the corner. Icarella slipping in behind the defense, a pass in his skates and deflects into the corner. And we've seen more and more of that here in the second period with the Tornadoes trying to slip players behind, do a little bit of floating, a little bit of stretch passing, and try and continue to keep the Cardinals from being able to set up shop in their offensive end. Pass just out of the reach of Icarella. No icing as Lang recovers in the corner. He's pressured back to Icarella, and he scores. And a similar situation, not sure that O'Hanlon was ready for that one to come back to the near side.
Yeah, it looked like O'Hanlon was expecting Lang to come out the backside, so he was starting to slide over to his far post, and puck squirted back out.
To it at the last second. Look how small that opening is behind his skate, but
wow.
Icarella able to find it. And it's a 3-2 game.
Icarella, just a junior, played half and half JV and varsity last year.
Walking in is Dylan Pack out front. Clark fans on it twice. Played back behind. That pass just out of the reach of Clark. Tornadoes work it up the near side. Austin Lang into the zone, pressured by Copeland. Pokes it at O'Hanlon. He'll cover up. And that'll be the end of the night for Gavin O'Hanlon, as he will hand off to Aaron Young. I was hoping he could be handed a little bit larger lead, not gonna lie. You know, you talk about being a goalie, Dad. The nerves get a lot tighter, and when people ask you how you're doing, you always say, ask me in an hour. And when they think you're comfortable with a 1-goal lead, they are very incorrect.
We are being treated to a pretty good hockey game.
Keller able to intercept the cross-ice pass. Olzenak in just a bit too early, and we have offside.
Olzenak, 29, a senior. Another one of those kids that's been in that kind of group from about squirts. My son and one other senior have the late July birthdays, so they were every other year till they got to high school, then they grouped back up.
This one played ahead. Keller can't control it out of his skates. Aker will maintain possession. Poor there to help and play it behind the net. Along the boards for Clark, quickly ahead. Harry Koval able to kick it to his stick. Pressured by McGonigal along the near side. Aker will sweep it back into the corner. Garrett Brunette in helping out. Turn and shooting is Koval. Racine sends it back in deep. McGonigal ahead. Good step up there by Aker to pressure. Tornadoes able to get it to center. Turned around by Brunette. Racine pokes it in deep. And Clark gives chase. Able to win the battle there for the puck momentarily. Play it behind. Racine in. Avery there as well. Cleared to center. Guimont lost the handle. Turned around by Espinoza. Hopped over the stick of Avery. Good to see him back out there after going into the boards awkwardly. And they left Juanes behind the defense, but the Tornadoes not able to get it to him. He has it now out front. Saved by Young. Puck still loose. Finally kicked to the corner.
Well, we got the first one out of the way, Dad.
You're right. I wasn't going to mention it. Avery stood up by West, but able to play it out to center. Young can't stop it. First one there is going to be Erickson, played out front. Hansen just turns and sends it the length of the ice. The Cardinals will get a whistle and a line change. 5:30 to play here in the second period. Coon Rapids holding to a 3-2 lead. And those are the tough ones you talk about. You talk about rebound control. There's not a lot you can do when it's coming in that slowly. You just try and keep it as close as you can and be able to cover it. And that, fortunately, was kicked away. That was a little more difficult save. He's able to play that one well to the corner. Cardinals get it as far as center. Turned around by West, just inside his own zone, looking up ice. Feeds it through. Blakowiak able to intercept for the Cardinals and now dump it in on the backhand. West plays it back behind. Thorson along, and here's Lang. Lang's pass out of the reach of Burns on the far side, collected by Billy for Coon Rapids. Off the boards, Alphen pokes at it. Turned around for Maloney, poked away by Yund. Good active stick.
Great play.
This one played all the way down, and Alphen will be bumped off it at the last second by Thorson. Thorson pressured by Espinoza. Avery pokes it back into the corner. He's taken to the ice. This one flung up the boards. Pack recovers for the Cardinals. Off the far boards. Good smart play by the junior defenseman. Poking it is Racine. Thorson gets through the pressure and dumps it in deep. Pack behind his own net. Gets it along for Ethan Hansen. Hansen has trouble controlling and now will dump it in and it'll be offside. Not as smoothly as they wanted to go through the neutral zone. Well, and another interesting former hockey story we can tell. One of our officials tonight, good smart poke check. Love to see the active stick. One of our officials, number 148, is Tommy Moe, the youngest of the Moe brothers who came through Coon Rapids. Tommy did not play for the Cardinals. His oldest brother was Jeff. Second was Steve, who was the Coon Rapids head coach up until a couple of years ago. Then Bobby was the next. Tommy actually went and played at Spring Lake Park. And I did not get to see nearly as much of him playing as Steve and Bobby. Jeff is closer to my age, so he was gone before we started doing this. But from what I'm told, he's the best of the bunch. And he's been a long-time official in the area, and I've teased him before when I was coaching that he's supposed to be more biased towards Coon Rapids. It just doesn't work that way. He does a good job of keeping his biases out of the game. Avery through center for the Cardinals into the zone, slips it through. Both defenders collide and go to the ice, but the centering pass is now taken away by Jack Novak and skates it back the other way, able to dance a couple of times out front. The shot just goes wide, and they turned the Cardinals' three defenders inside out, the two of them, with the moves and the passing. Poor. Down low, centering, nobody there with a black jersey. Bounces out to Clark at the point. His shot is blocked. Circling is McGonigal right in front of his own net. Long pass intercepted by Espinoza. Waits and now plays it in deep as his guys had to clear. Simon sweeps it back behind the net. Poked at by Clark, recovered by Koval. Can't get out front past Wanu's. Played out front, now it comes loose. Out to Espinoza, into the traffic again. Espinoza able to stay strong on the puck, across to Clark. Trying to get it back to him. Puck still loose in front of Simon, and the net came off. Or did he just think he had lost sight of the puck? And maybe I think the net did come off, or he thought it did. But that puck definitely was not covered.
Looked like the net maybe tipped back and then fell back down on its stanchion.
It did get shifted off. Okay. And maybe fortunate for the Tornadoes, the Cardinals were buzzing. McGonigal circles in the corner, back behind the net. Shields himself from the stick check, plays it to the line, not out. Shot right on by Espinoza. Circling back behind was Reinholz, who was bumped off it, but got out to the blue line, but not out. McGonigal has it chopped away by Koval. Koval takes him into the board, keeps it in. Poor sweeps it to the corner. We're going to have a penalty coming up on the Tornadoes, and the Cardinals are going to get another chance on the power play. 1:46 to go, second period. Coon Rapids up 3-2.
McGonigal's played a physical game. Looks like it might.
This time he did get the penalty.
Yeah, might have caught up to him this time, right?
So I'm assuming we won't see him out on the penalty kill this time when his number's up on the board for a penalty. Cross-check is the call. Thorson able to get it out. Blakowiak sends it across. Espinoza waits. He's pressured by Maloney. Puck comes free. This one's going to get popped up out of play into the Coon Rapids bench. Another look at the penalty by McGonigal. Tornado's able to win the draw and send it the length of the ice. Yund will leave it there for Blakowiak. Pass skips away from Racine. His pass blocked by Lang. Back across now for Blakowiak. Ahead to Avery. Avery behind the net. Stick knocked away from it. He kicks it along. Espinoza able to hold along the boards. Try and give his teammate a chance to recover his lumber. Short angle shot and an easy save for Simon. He'll hold on for the faceoff. Under a minute remaining here in the second period.
We were talking about defensemen earlier, Joe, number 15, Carter Bowler, another senior for Anoka. Came in, I believe, in about Squirt area, came out of Mankato with his mom. He's got a younger brother that also plays on the B team, or would be the JV team, I guess. Carter and my son been best friends since about Squirts. They share a birthday.
I just got a text from Scott. Oh, wow, what a way to finish the hat trick for Nate Clark on the power play. Bats it out of the air. He is a baseball player as well, but he tried to force it into Koval on the doorstep. Puck came back and he knocks it out of the air into the net, and the Cardinals have a two-goal lead once again. Another look at it. No high sticking there. And right in it goes on the power play. Cardinals right back on the attack. 4 goals, all by juniors for the Cardinals, 3 for Nate Clark. Good pinch there by Garrett Burnett. Aker moves it along. Clark ahead to Koval. Koval has Avery joining the rush. Shot save made by Simon. And now the Tornadoes will be content to just let the last couple of seconds tick off. The buzzer will sound and we will go to the second intermission. Coon Rapids, a late power play goal to give them a 2-goal lead. They go to the locker room up 4-2 on CTN. Little more action on the score sheet in the second period. Coon Rapids again gets in it early, just 48 seconds in. Derek Avery setting up Komani Poor for the one-timer. That made it 2-1. And then a penalty to be called. Nate Clark just throwing it at the net, finds the 5-hole, his second goal of the night. And that one caught the Anoka netminder by surprise. This one caught the Cardinal goaltender by surprise. Icarella on the back feed. Yund taking over. Very little action for him so far, which makes it easier on yours truly. And then an awesome goal for Nate Clark to complete the hat trick. Put the pass out front. It bounced back up. He knocks it out of the air and in. He's got 3. The Cardinals lead 4-2. Word got out, and some students are in attendance, masked, and trying to be socially responsible, but at the same time support their classmates and fellow athletes in what could be their last chance to compete in a sport they love. And I'm going to stop that train of thought as I'm starting to get a bit verklempt once more. Anoka trying to break it out. Avery able to not keep it in. That did get out. That pass was a little bit behind Novak. Keller can't get to it before Espinoza sweeps it out of the zone. Defenseman falls down. A chance for Racine to cut in. He's bumped off. It goes hard into the end boards. Puck still loose. Racine flips it toward the net. Blocked away by West. Recovered there by Novak for the Tornadoes. Held in along the boards by Espinoza. Behind the net is Thorson. Thorson avoids the pressure and now had it taken away. Played out to Ethan Hansen. A backhand across the front of the crease. Back behind and flipping it along is Olzenak. Kept in by Blakowiak.
Anoka a little bottled up in their own end here.
West circles back as Coon Rapids getting a line change. Avery able to pressure Olzenak and keep the puck in along the boards. Burnett plays the body, played back in by Poor. Swung around, out of the reach of Aker. That'll go all the way down and be an icing. Yes, all the play I can see to the left. As much as I love to watch the kid play, I do. It's one of the greatest joys of my life is watching my kid play. Watching his team play in the opposite end of the ice is a little easier on the blood pressure. Quick shot for Clark, turned away by Simon and recovered there by Bowler. Pass across, gets out, turned right back in by Koval. Phelps pressured by Poor, sent right back in by Clark. Phelps recovers, sends it behind. Hard off the board, skips away from Guimont. Burnett got it right back to him, and then that one was touched offside by Wanus.
Yeah, senior Ethan Erickson had a full head of steam going into the zone. Puck was just behind him. Guimont picked it up at the blue line, and we had a little offsides.
Cards able to win the draw. Flip back in on the backhand. Yund will cover this one up as get an opportunity to see the face-off in front of him. Yeah, his first ever game in net was against Anoka.
At the high school level?
No.
Oh.
No, his first ever game as a squirt. Our goaltender, I was the coach. The goaltender, his family went to Florida in the first week of February. They told me at the beginning of the year, we kind of thought the season would be over by then. There's a chance this one rings off the crossbar as a loose puck just came out on a tee for Icarella. But I put a couple of different players in pads during the season to try and find out who was going to fill in those two games they would be gone. This one tipped ahead by Guimont, and icing waved off. Aker will get there first. Burnett flips it up, glove down at the line, kept in back for Guimont. Out of the reach of Burnett. He'll take it behind. Pass out front, obstructed by Aker. Guimont able to recover. Taken over by Poor. He's pinned to the boards. Icarella is there. Wanos coming out. The shot, save, and the hold by Young. So he was clearly better than the other kids who had interest and had more interest in it. And so he played two games, a tie against Andover 2-2 and a 2-1 win over Anoka, or the other way around. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure maybe Andover was the first game, Anoka was the second. But I think Anoka was the first and Andover the second. Either way, I know it was those two. I know it was a win and a tie. he almost had a shutout against Andover, and it just
Right.
gave up a really weird goal, kind of like that third goal for the Cardinals that surprised Simon. Just one of those weird ones, shot from the corner unexpectedly, got between his skates. But it's been a fun journey. I did definitely try and talk him out that whole following summer, and apparently I lost the argument. But as I mentioned earlier, when you talk about the personality of a goaltender, he's the weird one.
Yeah,
Blocked shot by Pack.
definitely the quirky ones.
Yeah, and at the same time, through most of my childhood, the goaltenders were typically my best friends. They're some of my best friends on the team, so it's been a joy. It absolutely has. I've loved watching him enjoy the game. I love watching him play baseball as well. But yeah, watching for anyone who does not have a goaltender but has a pitcher, pretty much the same thing. Chance and a goal for Derek Avery. Able to split a couple of defenders and shoot back just inside the far post to stretch the Cardinals' lead to 3 goals. But I get a lot of the same feeling when Aaron used to pitch in baseball. It's a lot of nerves, and you feel a lot better. You love watching it, but you're happy when it's over. Great job by Derek using his length and his stick to get between the 2 defenders, use his body to shield, get in a good, strong shooting position, and fire back across where Simon couldn't reach it. Tornadoes out of the zone, pass just out of the reach of Keller. Good defense out front. Yund ends up without a helmet. Keller and Avery locking up a little bit, but had to reach out to get a hold of that, but
It looked like Novak might have come across and caught Yun by the head when he skated across, just tripped over him. Hopefully no damage there.
he just missed it the first time, and Novak actually, he's bumped over him, but
Just enough to pull his helmet off.
that's all right.
Good looking kid, Dad.
Oh, of course, he looks like his old man. Poor kid. But yeah, I mean, he kicked it back into it. The puck got kicked back into him, and then, of course, the helmet comes off, stops the play anyhow. So goaltenders will take just about any stoppage. It's always better if it stops in the other end of the ice, though, but, you can't have everything. Puck just outside of the zone. West circles, gets it back in. Cutting across is Novak. His shot blocked. Still loose, bouncing around in the slot, controlled by Brunette. Brunette ahead for Aker, just out of his reach. He'll try and track it down. Icing is not waved off as the Cardinals almost, but could not quite get there before it got across that icing line.
Looks like we're coming back here again with 4 seniors and a defenseman, a junior defenseman.
Burnett plays it off the boards, recovered by Hansen. Hansen able to get into the zone. Good job by Avery to stay on side as he was being bumped by the Anoka defender. Poked free. Aker can't keep it in. Burnett will back out and get it along for Hansen. Avery will send it in deep. Erickson kicks it right to Aker. Aker will just swing it back in and around and give his guys a chance to forecheck. Avery takes it away from Guimont, trying to feed it down to Racine. It'll come back to Guimont instead. Off the boards for Erickson. Erickson in, and the shot misses wide. Plays it back out front, bouncing around in a crazy spot. Cardinals trying to answer with speed. Avery waiting for help. Flips it over. Hansen, a goal! A quick flip, a one-timer, and the Cardinals have a 6-2 lead. And Derek Avery with a goal and an assist, just about a little more than 3 minutes apart. Just put it out, and again, it's Ethan didn't get a great big shot on it. Not a lot of power, just puck was bouncing, flip it toward the net, and hard to track the puck when it's fluttering around like that. And the Cardinals have really done a nice job of blocking shots here so far in this period and really through the end of the second. Good toe save there by Yund, and back out to center. Simon gloves the shot from Racine, and a little frustration.
Little frustration.
And now the Cardinals bring out the tall guy line. Cole Elfin and Alex Billiot, along with Matt Ellenson. And Ellenson's got to be 6'2"-ish as the short guy on the line. Not a ton of body weight on the line, but a lot of height. And a lot of long sticks. Makes it a lot harder to find passing lanes. Lang able to skate it in around behind the net. Looking. That pass broken up by the stick of Blakowiak as Lang was looking for Byrne walking in on the near side. McGonigal's pass tipped in by Lang, and the Tornadoes will get a break. Espinoza trying to clear. It was knocked down with a high stick, and I don't know why that wasn't whistled dead when the Tornadoes touched it, but it wasn't. Espinoza will leave it behind for Blakowiak. Ahead in the middle for Poor. And Poor trying to step around Thorson. Bumped. Still gets to the puck. Can't get it out front. Thorson recovers. Shot. Tried to get a redirect from Poor out front. Here's Ellenson in the corner. Ellenson spins away from the check by West. And now the Tornadoes able to play it out to center. Big hit there from Austin Copeland. And this one just floated out back out to center. And icing waved off as Koval collects, tries to center. The man knocked down. Poor a shot turned away by Simon. Poor lost a glove, continues to forecheck on the boards. Got support from Koval, gets it back out front, hit his own glove with the pass. Turnaround shot, a kick saved by Simon. And now Novak able to skate to center for Anoka. His shot misses high and wide. Pack taken to the turf, and there's that Zamboni door tripping up West now. Out to the line, poked out to neutral zone by Clark. A little miscommunication between he and Poor, and that means the puck is staying in the zone. Will toe drag by Novak. This shot and the save by Yund sends it up and out of play.
Long shift for the Anoka boys, looking to try to get off the ice.
That's it. That's good rebound control too. Up and out of play. Clock is running here. I don't know if we missed something, but hopefully, we don't shorten this any more than absolutely necessary. I know if when I was this age, if this were to be happening, I'd want to stay on the ice as long as humanly possible.
Little pond hockey till they turn the lights off.
Every night at the parks by my house, they would find a group of us until the lights were turned off. Deflected shot goes wide. Cross ice pass kept in the zone by Bowler. Bowler shot blocked by Brunette. Brunette leaves it for Aker. Sidesteps some pressure ahead to Avery. And his pass in the skates, but Hansen able to get it, and Racine will carry into the zone. Andrew Racine bumped off it, plays it into the far corner where Janos recovers for the Tornadoes. Anoka trying to go cross ice. Long pass, too far for Erickson. Cut off by Aker. Played back out to center. Avery had a touch on it. It'll be recovered by Maloney. Back in his own zone. His pass disrupted by Billy and taken by Avery. Great little stick play. His shot. Rebound chance and a goal for Alex Billy. And a second assist of the period for Derek Avery. And Coon Rapids pouring it on here in the third period have opened it up to a 7-2 lead. And it all started with a weak clear attempt that was disrupted by Billy and taken by Derek Avery. He made a great stick move and then played it out. It just played it on net. And again, sometimes you're not looking for the goal. You're just looking for the rebound. And again, understand the frustration from Simon, but he's got to be careful ripping away guys' sticks and throwing them. You get yourself penalty that way.
Yeah, that won't help us at all if we don't have a 5-on-5 game, but frustration's definitely understandable by Nate.
Icarella pinned to the boards, tried to play it out front, broken up by Espinoza. The clear not out. McGonigal holds, waits, plays it to the corner for Burns. Burns behind, poked around, and Espinoza will flip it the length of the ice. And the Cardinals take the icing to get a line change as we're down to just 4.5 minutes remaining. And again, I want to thank you, Chad, before we run out of time, and in case I forget, for joining me and giving a little Anoka perspective, because certainly, obviously, I'm a Coon Rapids parent. I've been calling Coon Rapids games for over 20 years. I'm very Coon Rapids biased, but it's obviously about not only my kid, but all of these kids that I have watched play for so many years, and such a heartbreaking decision. And there's a tip out front and a goal. First one given up by Yund. And you get a guy in front, redirect. Not much the goalie can do with all those bodies in front. But, all these kids, it's heartbreaking. It's at the same time somewhat understandable. And you just wish it was some other way, but so glad that we could get this all together last minute, try and make it at least a little special for the senior groups on both sides, because on the ice when the game is going, we are maybe adversaries, but in the grand scheme of things, we're all just guys who and families that love this game and want to see our kids play and enjoy being with their friends and competing and all of those things, and learn all of those life lessons you get through team sports and competitions. And we're sad to see it coming to an end. And we hope, upon hopes, that after the suspension, sometime after the first of the year, we might be able to salvage some sort of high school season. But we want to thank everybody for the effort from both of the booster clubs that made this happen. Certainly the team at CTN. I reached out on Wednesday after the decision and asked if this was possible. I didn't know if we'd be able to get it together. I'm very thankful for all of our people, all of the cameramen, every last crew member that came out and made this happen. We had some glitches to start, but we got it done, and it's been a fun game, and it was tight until the third period when it got a little bit out of hand for Anoka, but it was a fun game. Two relatively equally matched clubs, and good to see that they got out and got this last one in under their belt.
Absolutely, Joe. I want to thank you again and the Coon Rapids boosters. I got the text about 7 o'clock this morning. Called Mary Novak, one of our booster people. She told me what was going on, and I immediately said yes. I'm as surprised as you are that I got through this game without any tears. This has been our life for 12 years, and as a hockey parent, it pretty much consumes you from the time the season starts to the time the season ends. Yeah. But in a good way. And the number of
wonderful people that are in our lives because of the sports is amazing. You look at Dominic Espinoza. We've known Dom since the boys were 5 or 6 when they played on their first T-ball team together. As I mentioned earlier, Alex Billy, he and his father and I coached together a couple of different times when they were squirts and then again as peewees. And here's a chance in close and a save for Yund on the toe. My kid gets the better of yours right at the end. Boy, it was close. There's another chance out front, and this time it's buried, and the Tornado is going to make it a little more respectable.
Yeah, when it's a great save like that with a toe save, Joe, I'll take it. Amazing save by the goalie Yund. Basically a backdoor play, and he got across, he got the toe on the puck.
And a good setup there, and Novak doing the right thing. It's so hard sometimes to teach kids to be patient for just that half second to let the goaltender move and open up the place where you want to shoot, and that's what he did, and he was able to put it home. And again, it's 7-4 as we're into the last minute. Novak trying to center, and that hit the side of the net. Cardinals able to break it out. Here comes Derek Avery down the left wing. Disrupted and played back out by Owen Phelps, and back in offside.
Looks like we're going to have a knee-on-knee penalty possibly here. Number 8 for Coon Rapids.
Andrew Racine will get 2 minutes for knee. That's the first Coon Rapids penalty of this contest. I got to say I'm pretty proud of the boys.
Absolutely. Discipline will win games.
Well, and the Cardinals will take the fact that apparently we're playing by Minnesota hockey rules, so it's a neutral zone face-off. Wanu's trying to, hey, well, as far away from my goaltender as I can, please and thank you. Swept out of the zone by Ethan Hansen as we're under 30 seconds remaining. Bowler will slide it into the corner. First one there is Aker, stops up. He lost an edge, and Erickson a chance on the backhand, and Yund wasn't quite sure where it was, but he did have it. Aaron, I tell him this all the time, but I love watching you play. It is the greatest joy in my life to watch him enjoy these things that only last so long. And if this is the last chance I get to watch you play hockey, it's been a great, great privilege.
Couldn't agree more, Joe. Couldn't agree more. All these kids, I've watched 90% of the Anoka team from mites.
Shot just before the buzzer is over the top and off the glass, and the Cardinals will spill onto the ice to celebrate a 7-4 victory. And they did it, it was 4-2 coming into this third period, and they jumped on it, got a couple of goals in quick succession to open up the score. Up to a 7-2 lead, and Anoka gets a couple late to make it more respectable. But, both teams should hold their heads high. I thought it was well played on both sides, and just a lot of fun to see them enjoying this opportunity. And again, hopefully before too long we'll have the opportunity to see them skate and play again.
Absolutely, and I just want to throw out another thank you to you, Joe, for having me. Coon Rapids boosters, Coon Rapids hockey, all around. Hopefully we see you guys again in 4 weeks.
We will keep our fingers crossed. One more time, thanks, Chad, for helping me out today. We want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, I'm Joe Yund saying goodnight.